please.
Nancy Bennett. Barry Holland.
Here.
Susan Little.
Here.
Richard Lynn. Duncan Pendlebury.
Here.
Michael Smith.
Here.
Michael Swistak.
Here. Yeah, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the June 2nd meeting.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Minutes are approved. For the record, we'll make note of 2 items of correspondence that were included in your packet. And those are listed on the agenda. Are there any citizens here to address the commission on a non-agenda item? None. Lisa, do you have anything to add to your report? Your planner's report?
The Buildings and Facilities Committee just met prior to this meeting and decided, voted, I guess they didn't vote, but agreed to forward the facilities review, buildings and facilities review to the town council. So that will be occurring shortly.
Susan, do you have anything, Barbara?
Not really. They did add like 3 moorings and Eastbury and 4 moorings in that chart. That's all.
Anything else, Lisa?
No, thank you.
Any other committees? Next, before we move to the first agenda item, I don't want to catch you short committee, but anything to add for the tree committee? Anything we're working on?
No, there's nothing.
Okay, well then we're going to move on to old business, and I'm just going to take the chair for that.
Okay, we have the
Last.
final approval of the Trout Farm 3 lot major subdivision. Who's addressing this?
Hi, Mr. Chairman and members of the Planning Commission. As you will recall, I'm not sure whether Richard Lynn was present for those presentations, but we've had several lengthy presentations to you describing this subdivision. In addition, we have worked closely with the staff of the planning department, town planner, and other town officials on every aspect of the checklist for this subdivision. And the planner has submitted to you a comprehensive motion to approve this subdivision. So I'm not going to go into that again. I would be up prepared. I do have team members here who can answer any questions you may have, but I don't think it's necessary for us to further describe this subdivision, other than to say that every aspect of what has been required of us has been done. There is one thing that I would like to point out that isn't clear in the report of the planner, and may not be clear in your materials. There is a fee in lieu of land dedication. And in fact, there will be no fee paid to the town of Jamestown. There will be land dedicated for conservation purposes. And I want to just point out to you what that land consists of. Excuse me. This land here was deeded to the Connecticut Island Land Trust by the family of Thomas Joy. Not a typical conservation easement, it was an outright gift of land. So my client is proposing to add to that land and give them a portion of land which has value in excess of the fee in lieu. Right now, the president of the Connecticut Island Land Trust has received that proposal to give that land to the land trust and add it to their reserved area there. And he is polling the members of his board to make sure that they will accept it. So rather than a conservation easement, there will be an outright gift of land to the Connecticut Island Land Trust. Other than that, Every document that has been requested of us has been prepared and submitted. There was a document that, in discussions with the town solicitor, it's an easement for the road, required some fine tuning, and Wyatt Brochu, the town solicitor, and I have worked that out. So everything is in place. The motion anticipates that if you vote to approve, the planning department and the applicant will work out the submission of all those final documents, and that will be approved and recorded.
Could you just refresh our memory on the status of the Stanton Road that is part of what you're proposing?
Yes.
To
Stanton Road runs from Highland Drive all the way over to Walcott Avenue. One of our lots, Lot 3, will use a portion of Stanton Road for its point of access. Lot 3 is the one that may or may not ever be developed as a building site. It's being approved as a building site, and depending on what occurs in the future, may be sold for a building, may not. But it may be absorbed by one of these other owners. But we have worked out with Mr. Heflin and his attorney a roadway that will, it's a farm lane, that will run along the extreme southern edge of the Stanton Road right away. And once it gets past Heflin's property, it's going to come over to a farm lane that already exists. Right now, there's an opening in the wall. You can see there's a slight opening in that wall.
what about the section that you're dedicating to proposing to dedicate to the land trust?
That'll be gone. That section of Stanton Road will be gone.
That is now forever abandoned.
That's right. That's right. There still will be access for my clients to get out to Stanton Road, and they anticipate a footpath going out Stanton Road in this section, so they can get to Walcott Avenue by foot. But this section of Stanton Road is being given outright to the Connecticut Island Land Trust.
What's the proposal with the land trust to examine?
We give it to the town. We give it to some other agencies. And one of the comments made by the planner was that the town wanted to make sure that there was no further development. This isn't a wetland. It's really an unusable, it wouldn't be usable as a road anyway. And Lisa Breyer's comments indicate they want to make sure that that wasn't done. Giving it to the land trust accomplishes that. If the land trust said, no, we don't want it, which I can't imagine happening, the president was certainly receptive to this proposal. I think the town will accept it.
I mean, it's a very odd-shaped piece that you're giving. It makes sense if the land trust accepts it, then it's just a nice addition to the land trust. But if they don't accept it, it's just sort of this flat triangular piece stuck up in the middle of nowhere. I can't imagine what the
Well,
town does with it.
I think the town has a number of pieces that it has no intention of ever using, that just exist. This would be one of those.
You don't do lot number or something.
Well, it would be a strange little lot, which can exist as long as it's not for the purpose of development, and it has a conservation easement on it. You can carve off any piece you want as long as it does not meet the zoning regulations, as long as it's only for conservation purposes. I think the town, I don't want to say we prefer, but the land trust has a very good stewardship program set up for their properties. And if they're willing to accept it, I think the town is comfortable having them accept it, because we know that it will, the stewardship will occur. Now, saying that, the town also has the Conservation Commission, who has stewardship responsibility over several town properties, and so they would assumably be in that position if it was to go to the town itself. The regulations does provide for it.